Fire.
Benneth? Nothing.
Was there
Oh,
no
my
countdown
bad.
this time?
You
Yeah,
guys
maybe
didn't
there's a
know
delay. I
we
saw
were
the countdown,
recording.
but then there was silence.
Well, that's what we do here at Funsie. We just
No, I
we
didn't
just
see the
send
countdown.
it. So, how's everyone doing today?
Fenzi.
We are back post UCG DGC.
We're back.
Yes,
Our first
exactly.
official
And
2-week
we're all
cycle,
together,
right?
so
Yeah, dude, hype.
Lots has happened in this 2 weeks. GC. Yeah, I put in my 2 weeks at my job. Lots of big stuff. Lots of big stuff is going
yeah,
down.
congratulations.
Bro, that's so... Like, you texted us about that, but I forgot that actually happened, so you bring it back up again. Poof.
Sheesh.
We're 3 for 3 right now, baby.
Yeah, dude. Full-time disc golf, full-time content. We're in this. We're
I
in
almost
this
screamed if I wasn't in a room with a microphone pressed up against my face.
Dude, I sent you guys
Yes.
the like Michael Scott meme that was like I did it after he kissed Oscar, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I did that to like all the people that knew that I was quitting. So I sent that to my wife first because we laugh about that gif all the time. And she knew that like obviously she knew when I left for the day that I was quitting my job or putting in my 2 weeks. And so I sent her it and she's like, "Oh my gosh, that's like the perfect gif to encapsulate," because he's like kind of like, "I did it," he's like in tears, like kind of like, "I did it." And so I sent it to her and she was like, "Oh my gosh, that's perfect." So I was like, "Oh, I'll just send this to everyone that knows that I'm planning on quitting." So I sent it to you guys. I sent it to like my Bible study group. I sent it to my homies. But I guess like no one kind of picked up on it, like I had a handful of people be like, "Oh, nice, congrats, awesome, that's a hilarious gift to send." But so many people, it like went straight over their head and they're like, "Why is this guy sending this gif of Michael Scott saying I did it?" And I don't know, I just thought it was hilarious that I liked the gif and I thought it was
Yeah,
perfect
I think
for
you
the
need
situation,
a
but I probably should
precursor.
have
Like,
sent more
what did you
context as
do? It could have
well.
been a million different things.
I think it was perfect. I knew automatically.
Well, true. For me, at least, though, obviously for everyone else that's getting this gift from me, it's not as big of a deal. But for me, like, I've been trying to quit my job for 2+ years while I've been doing this YouTube thing. So it's like, if I did a thing, it's me quitting my job, And so, like, I understand from the outside perspective that that's not as big of a deal, but for
I
me,
think
it's
a huge
the biggest deal
like,
ever,
dude,
right?
And you had a really good job. I think
Yeah.
that's why it's even a bigger deal. You were like an engineer at like a high, I don't know, not high up company is not the right term, but like a very probably $1 billion company. Yeah, so
Prominent. Yeah, definitely. I would say that's probably one of the main reasons that it's taken me so long. Like if I had a Joe Schmo job that, I don't know, wasn't making good money, it would be much easier for me to have said no to that and do disc golf full time. But yeah, I had a engineering job with, not 6-figure salary, but a decent salary. So yeah,
well,
said no to that, and now I'm doing disc golf.
you know what
disc
I was
golf's
thinking? Like
the GOAT, obviously.
yeah,
Well,
2 weeks.
I'm not official until next Thursday.
You know what I was thinking?
but
Your buddy
I'm fine saying
Cohen,
that I
he
put in my 2
edits for
weeks,
Ryan
so.
Trahan, right? Like he like stopped his YouTube to do that.
Yes.
I was really thinking the other day. I was like, dude,
Yes.
like Jay Millie could easily not for I'm not saying for specific for Ryan. I was like, if he needs more income, he could just edit for like successful YouTubers or something like that. So that's when you sent me that, I was like, I think it's a good, because you do have like a backup plan if you need it. I'm not saying you do, but like with editing, I feel like you could get probably more than your income just editing alone.
Well, obviously, I've thought about this decision quite a lot, and so like my mindset is, if this doesn't work out in 3 to 5 years, then it's like I've been at Lockheed Martin, which is the company that I'm quitting, for I think it's 8 years now. I have a degree from Texas A&M, which is one of the best engineering schools in Texas, if not the country. Like if worse comes to worse, I can always go back to engineering. If worse comes to worse, I could sell my soul to a corporate disc golf company and work on their media. Like I'm fairly certain that, if Jay Millie the entity doesn't work out, making me the money I need to make, yeah, I think I could edit for someone, do something in disc golf. You know, I have a similar mindset to what you're saying, Ben. Like Cohen has actually messaged me and been like, "Hey, would you want an editing job?" Because he knows, like, he's
Of
friends with.
course.
Do you guys know who Eric is?
I've been a fan of
Mm-hmm.
him for like,
Okay,
dude.
well,
I was at a
he's a pretty prevalent YouTuber, and he's hiring
I
some
saw Eric in person at Mr. B
editors as well.
after party thing that I snuck into, and I was too
Oh
afraid to say
yeah,
hi
I'm
because he
not
was talking
surprised.
to
I'm
like
not surprised.
people. But yeah, I've
Hey,
been a fan of Eric since like way before he was getting million subscribers. He probably had like 250,000 subscribers, even less. I don't even know. But I have been seeing him like we're building the best editing team on his like stories and stuff like that.
Yeah,
So he's been looking for editors like all this year. So that could be you.
yeah. During the like 50 state thing that Ryan did, supposedly Eric came and hung out with Cohen and Zach, who are Ryan's lead editors, and just chatted a bunch. And that was around the time where Cohen was like, "Hey, would you want to edit for someone?" So I think I
That's what I'm
could
saying. You
if
could.
I talked to him about it, but I don't know. My personality lends itself to I want to
Yeah.
be the person in front of the camera. You know, like I like being Jay Millie. I Cohen, for those listening, my friend Cohen Thompson used to make ice cream content on shorts, and then he also had some full length videos do very well, but he didn't really have like a niche or
His
anything. It was
niche was
kind of just like
Bluebell.
generic YouTube hit videos or whatever. And for the longest time, yeah, his niche was Bluebell, and he was very successful. He was making good money doing YouTube full time, and I was helping him with that. And that's part of the reason I got into YouTube and did my whole thing, because I had some experience, saw the guts of it, saw how it kind of worked well, and he was a big help in building my channel. I was a big help in building his channel. But man, it had to be like a year ago. He reached out to me and was like, "Hey, Ryan wants to hire me as an editor." And in my pretty much what I told him was like, opportunity of a lifetime, but also at the same time, Cohen likes the business side of YouTube way more than like the being in front of the camera side. And I was like, I think you would fare much better if you were kind of just the guy in the support role, like helping to come up with thumbnails and edit and all that jazz, rather than being the guy that has to be in front of the camera all the time. And I think we're different in that way. I think I would do well as an editor, and editors make good money, but
Yeah.
ideally Jay Millie works out, and I do that for years to come,
I
especially once I'm a
I think
1050 rated
it's
pro. So
I think you'll be able
yep.
to
No,
make it happen. I
absolutely.
mean, look at Foundation. In my opinion, like they aside, they easily could support those guys just off the YouTube, and
they're doing
it's
fine.
only you, so you get to keep all the profits. So that even helps even more. So yeah, I definitely think you could do very well.
Yeah, I'm running pretty lean right now.
Mm.
Yeah, my goal at some point is definitely to have at least one editor, because it is a beast, but the money's not there yet. Maybe one
Yeah.
day. Maybe one day.
So this is obviously a monumental moment for you, and something that we've talked about, I'm sure, ad nauseum on this podcast, is just us dreaming forward and being like, "Oh, I can't wait for this part of the journey." So now
For
that you've
sure.
finally reached it, how does it feel?
It feels pretty awesome. I've been talking obviously to my wife about this for forever. And I think one of the biggest things, if not the biggest thing I'm looking forward to, is just being my
Yeah.
own boss and being in control of how I can spend my time. It's kind of a blessing and a curse, because I'm the type of person who, now that this is my career, I could see myself putting in 80-hour weeks, because I want to, put the best stuff out at the best cadence, and grow as fast as I can. So like being your own boss lends itself to, you can either overdo it, underdo it, do it the perfect amount. So
Mm.
the flexibility of being able to go on vacation whenever, or just leave midday and take a half day or whatever is awesome. But I think I'm also going to have that level of, oh, if I just work till 1 a.m. tonight, I'll finish the video for tomorrow and then blah, 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 and so I'm definitely, sorry, I'm giving the like bad part of it. That's definitely the thing I'm most excited for is the ability to just roll out of bed at 9 on a day that I didn't get to bed till late the next day or the day before, and like regardless of when I roll out of bed, I can still run and read my Bible and just get my day started a little bit later than having to sacrifice sleep or, sacrifice other things I want to do to make it to work on time. Like I definitely want to have a schedule, but if it needs to move, it needs to
because
move.
I've been doing
So
full time, I guess, disc golf 2 years, kind of like you were saying, where I can wake up wherever, do whatever, like vacation, whatever. For 2 years now, and it's like the best thing ever in regards to like just being to do whatever. Like today I was exhausted because I've been burnt out from the season or whatever, and I literally just slept and I took another nap, and like I had to answer some emails and whatever, and it was just so nice. I was thinking to myself like, because we had a big family day yesterday, that's why I only got 3 hours of sleep last. Because I got in at 3 a.m. and then we had to go out to 6 a.m. to like a mountain. And I was thinking to myself, like, dang, like I would be toast right now if I had to go into work. But on the inverse, it's all on you. Like everything. Like if you mess up, if you don't make money, if you can't pay the bills, it's literally all your fault. And that's why you have to. I don't know. I'm just saying, like.
Just in case you needed that,
I'm more so saying that not to Josh, to the audience. Like that's why you like it is nice, but you'll find yourself like sometimes even working, like Josh was saying, working more than 40 hours because you have this huge responsibility. You're the CEO, president, CFO, cashier, like all those things, and so it's like you gotta put in. So it's I guess pros and cons. It's unstructured, but you still gotta get her done.
Yeah.
For sure.
Josh, what is the first step now? Or have you already done a first step? Like, what was the first thing you did? However you choose to answer.
For like being full-time now?
Correct.
I mean, like I said earlier, technically I'm not full-time till next Thursday. So first step not necessarily taken. I guess something I did do recently that I've been putting off for a long time and it is necessary is I officially started an LLC for my brand company, whatever. So I guess my first step actually that I can now do is make a business account, for all the taxes and random stuff that I'm going to have to do moving forward. I'm going to have to pay myself a salary and then I don't know. There's gonna be it's all complicated. I'm sure Ben knows it more than even I do because you literally have a big company. But yeah, I would say that's the big step. I think to go back to your other question, something I've been thinking about that I'm really excited for is the ability to kind of just do whatever video I want to do. And I'm not necessarily trying to say like I haven't been doing videos I want to do. But with filming and editing taking as long as it does for me, it's kind of like when I start a video, I can't start another video for a month sometimes because that's the turnaround time for me to squeeze in the edits and stuff like that. And so now, I'm going to start hopefully going to near weekly. Like it's going to be much easier for me to be like, oh, I have this idea or I think this will be successful or whatever, and just work on that rather than, oh, I had this idea or like I filmed this video a month ago. I still haven't finished it. I have to finish that before I start something else.
Yeah.
So I'm really excited to, I don't know, have more flexibility when it comes to that. Hopefully.
That's huge. I mean, you answered my next question that you're trying to go weekly with these videos now.
Yeah, my right now last month I did 3 videos. this month. I think I'm on
Whoa.
track for
That's your goal, right? 1 video a week?
4, I think.
Damn.
No, last month I did 3, and I'm on track for 3 this month. So my current mindset is 3 videos a month is going to be my minimum, but I'm trying to work to once a week. But like, it's kind of like 3 minimum, once a week's my goal, but I have grace with myself. Like if I just do 3, it's like, okay, 3's good. But hopefully once weekly. I feel like I'm kind of figuring it out how I can do it like that. But, it's going to take time, and I'm sure those are going to be dry spells and wet spells too. So who knows?
Yeah, I can imagine.
Yes.
No, I'm
that's
very
awesome.
I'm very happy for you, and it's something that it's been a long time coming.
Yeah, been grinding for this for a long time. I think Ben, you've talked about this. Maybe you haven't. I feel like you have though. I am like so worried that it's just gonna like all go away in like a second. Like I feel like you talked about it with your expo, Ben, that just like no one would show up this year or like
Yeah.
last year or whatever. And like I have the same mindset of like I'm going full time now, and I'm like gonna start posting more, and I'm just worried like, oh, I'm gonna start posting more, so it's just gonna be quicker that people realize that they don't want to watch my videos, and then in a month I'll only be getting 900 views, and it's like, oh gosh, I'm so worried that that's gonna happen. The bigger part of me is like, that's not gonna
But
happen.
like you
But
said,
there's a small
you
part
have
of me that's
you have
like,
such a solid backup plan
people are gonna hate
that
me.
like you'd be dumb to not go for it.
True.
Like you could always get another job. You could always work for Arac.
For sure.
But I'm just saying, like you could any engineering job,
True.
especially whatever. Like you were young in your career, so it's not like you were like president or anything. So it's like you can probably if go back to where you are, or even like a promotion. When you're older, like what I'm saying, if that were to happen, like it's not like you gave up like being the CEO or anything like that. Like you can easily go back.
Well, yeah, it's I was talking to my dad a lot about it. It's so much easier to get. So I was like second level up. Like I got a promotion to like, I don't know, whatever it's called, second level engineer at Lockheed or whatever. But it's so much easier for me to go back to that because it is so early career. Like, yeah, if I was 6th level engineer or whatever, it would be so much harder for me to, I'm sure, give up that salary, but also go back to it and find a job at that level. I'm
Now's
still
the
early
time.
in my career. Now's the time to take
Leap
the
of
risk,
faith.
right? And if it doesn't work out, or heck, I don't like it, I can always go back. We'll figure it out. I'm a smart guy.
You have 100,000 subscribers on YouTube, and you're one of the only disc golf YouTubers specific like that. Is just, I mean, you can think of Bonanza and Foundation, but like, I don't know. There's not much you can name off the top that's like at that level. There's probably like a handful. That's also not a pro, so I think you'll do just fine.
Well, I appreciate the vote of confidence.
You'll do a great job. I mean, you've gotten to this point while working a full-time job and being a husband and now being a dad. So
True.
With this empty space, I'm sure you'll fill it. You'll fill it well, and make the most of your time with it.
Hopefully.
Yes, I have something.
Okay,
I have
Ben,
something.
You said that you had a talking
something.
point leading into this episode that.
So I posted on my Instagram and Facebook. If you follow me on both, you probably saw it. And it caused some debate that I wasn't expecting, honestly. Here's the scenario. Hole 16 above, I threw it OB. So, OB gone. I have to go to the drop zone to try and save my par or bogey at this point because I'm shooting for 3. So I go to the drop zone. And the drop zone is the short tee pad of that hole. So it's a standalone hole. It's not just a drop zone. It just so happens to be the short tee pad of that hole 16. So I played for the long tee pad, throw a B. Now I'm at the short tee pad. I then throw it in from the short tee pad. And I posted on my Instagram saying that I just aced hole 16 shorts of Buffinville. So the debate is, and I didn't realize like it was a big thing because my whole like disc golf team's like, bro, that is not an ace. They're going off. And before you guys say anything, here's why I think it's considered ace. One, the definition of a hole in one. Sorry, I gotta look it up.
You said that so confidently.
A shot from Oxford. A shot that enters the hole from the tee with no intervening shots. And that's what I did. My teammates were telling me that no, it wasn't the initial tee, but I was telling them that the definition is a shot that enters the hole from the tee. I was at a tee, no intervening shots, and it went in. 2. That's not even like my biggest point. The biggest point I have is we call it second shot ace. Cubby ace. We even have something called a black ace, which is just a shank that goes into a different basket. My point is all those terms have the word ace in it. And what I did was better than those things. It wasn't a second shot ace. It was the first throw from the short tee pad, and it went in. That's why I consider it ace. And until we can have new vocabulary that doesn't say ace in these things, like field ace, cubby ace, second shot ace, I consider mine an ace. But the other side is that they say it's not a 1 on the scorecard. But my whole point is I'm not talking about the scorecard. Like, yes, it doesn't say 1. I got a 3 on the scorecard. My point is shot from the tee pad into the basket, ace. Doesn't matter about the scorecard, or at least what I'm trying to say. So, gentlemen, especially Jay Milley. I think I'm curious about Jay Milley. I think, Sajko, I know your opinion on this just because you work for another round, but who knows? You could have a different opinion.
Yeah, I just come right out. I'm like,
but yes,
oh, I can't say
we're
that
gonna
word.
get demonetized on our channel that doesn't get monetized. Yeah, so sound off. I hope I said everything correctly. But yeah, my whole thing is it's not about the scorecard. It's about that just tee pad into the basket. And some people's argument was like, if I threw in the putted hole 8's drop zone, does that consider it ace? No, because hole 8 drop zone is just a drop zone. It's not a hole. Anywho.
Yeah. So my opinion on this is yes, it's an ace, but it's not like
it's
a real ace. Like I pretty much have 2 buckets of aces, and I think I would, from what you're saying, I think you're of the same opinion. I have 2 real aces ever. A regular round of disc golf where on the tee of the course I was playing, I threw it into the basket. In terms of cubby aces,
second shot, I call
know,
second shot.
Whatever ace you want to call it, I have like 55. Yes. I have 55 Funsie aces, where it took me 2 shots or 80 shots or whatever. So I would call this a Funsie ace, because you're throwing from the short tee. It's literally a hole.
And it was my first shot from that tee.
I would call it an ace, or it could be its own term. Like what? How far is that? Right? It was
it was
200 feet or something.
It was pretty far. It was over the dam. Probably, dude. I'd have to look it up. I want to say it might have been 300 feet, maybe 280. Maybe I'm just saying ridiculous things.
Bro.
Yeah,
that's
I think it's
most.
I think it's like 300.
Yeah, that's like the most legit cubby ace you could ever get.
That's what I'm saying. There needs to be a term.
There needs to be a term for that, because that, I feel like in this situation, it's like if it's a over 100 feet drop zone, that's pretty much.
But I'm saying not even if it's just a drop zone, it's
I don't
the
know
short
what it should be called.
Basket.
But it's an ace for sure.
I wouldn't consider if you throw it in from a random drop zone an ace. I'm just saying because it's from the short tee pad, and it was my first shot on that hole. First shot on that hole. So it technically wasn't even a second shot ace or a Funsie ace. That's what I'm saying. I don't know a drop zone. Like I don't know what is the term for it because it was. But I'm in the same camp of you. Like yes, I'm gonna count as an ace. I had people sign my disc. I'm gonna put it in my notes of holes I've aced, but yeah, it's not like a real scored round ace where I have a 1 on the scorecard. But I did throw it in on the first shot on that tee pad.
Got you. Yeah. My opinion, I think Joe said it best in the video that we did with Kevin from Up and Down. When he described acing, he compared it to skateboard tricks, where it's like it may take you multiple times to do it, but at the end of the day, like when you hit a skateboard trick, you're like, oh, dude, that was sick. I finally got it. As opposed to being like, yo, you didn't get it on the first one. That makes it less impressive. I mean, sure, it's cool if you get it on the first one, but it's still like, oh, dang, you still did it. Like it's not like it's easy to do that. I think it's also within context, like because you are playing the long and it's being treated as a drop zone from the short, but simultaneously, I don't care. I still think it's cool regardless. So like Ben, you saying that the English language and our limited verbiage, like yeah, they're aces regardless, but it's also paints a limited picture of understanding. So I think that's why some people get upset when they're like,
yeah,
well, an ace to me means this. Whereas like, okay, but the word ace is still included in this. It's just, it will forever be
an issue.
An issue. And using that word will
because
always
some people
get
are like,
people riled up.
Some people are like,
but yeah,
oh,
I mean,
it's not
cool.
an ace. So then I'm like, so it's a hole in one, a shot that enters the hole from the tee with no intervening shots. But then at the end of the day, isn't that just an ace? So I think the majority argument is that it's not a 1 on the scorecard. But in my opinion of ace, it's from tee pad to the basket. But yeah, let us know in the comments below. I'm sure a majority of people actually disagree with what we said. If I were to guess, but like you were saying, I think we just until we stop using ace and every other thing that means from the tee pad into the basket, literally everything that we have, other than I guess you can call it a throw in, but some people call it throw in a field ace. So like, I think until that changes, then. But I'm kind of in agreement that like an ace feels watered down the term, but it's just how it's just how it is in disc golf. Like an ace should be special, should be that first shot, one shot, but it's just not the definition that we have. You know, it's an ace is from the tee pad into I don't know what the scoring ace, scorecard ace. I don't know. Anyways, yeah.
I mean, it's also like I feel like intent behind it. I mean, you taking the time to take a picture and post it means that it must have been pretty special,
well, yeah,
or
it's
impressive, like in the moment that you did it.
My example was like that I gave to some people was like 14 gold. We all know 14 gold. It's over the water, downhill, super downhill. Matteo aced it, Heiser Island, basically, Maple Hill. And if you throw a B there, you have to go to FPO tee pad that the FPO play for. And that's what I basically did. I threw it in from the Diamonds, aka FPO tee pad. If you were just playing that layout and did exactly what I did, people would consider ace. But since I wasn't playing that layout, even though I did everything the same, threw it off the tee, first try, they don't consider ace. So, yeah, I don't know. Something to think. We'd love to hear your opinions on this if you can. I don't feel like strongly about this. I'm not like you're wrong. It's just more like a thought provoking thing that I thought would have been cool because when I first announced it, I said I aced, and I was just doing tongue in cheek because it's a huge ace from the long pad, and then I made it so you had to click see more to then reveal that I said from the short pad, LOL. But then people were I was like, oh my goodness, I didn't realize this thing. So then I made a whole added to the caption and then commented. So if you're listening to this, check out my Instagram and comment your opinion, or just do it on this podcast. I guess I already said that. Anyways,
everything in life is context. Like there are people that would say if you got a 150-foot hole and you aced it,
that's
they'd
true.
be like, that doesn't count. I could jump putt that, bro. Yo, if my mom aced a 150-foot hole and some dude said that it didn't count, I would fight that man.
Yeah. No,
that would be the sickest moment ever. So everyone is at a different level in their game. So when people compare themselves, where they're like, yo, I don't count that, so it doesn't count for you.
Sajko dropped
You're an
bomb.
idiot. Boom. Take that. But yeah, simultaneously, context. Like, I don't.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm with Josh. I don't. It's. I'm not.
I mean, it's gonna be a forever problem.
It's like a real ace, but it's not a real ace. It's like, it's like, because I did do it off the tee pad.
Yeah.
But I'm not considering like it's not my magnum opus.
I always tell people when I play with them, do whatever makes you have the most fun. So, like, if you want it to be an ace,
yeah, it's an ace.
Yeah, it's an ace. You know, like, that's what
because
this
next time I
go
past that hole, what do I say?
Yeah, it's an ace.
I say, I threw it in from
J.
here.
Millie's mound.
Oh, so you aced it? No.
Yeah, you see this tee pad? Yeah, I threw it into the basket from here. Oh, no way, you aced
No
that
ace.
hole? No, it wasn't an ace.
It's like, oh, okay, I don't want to play with you ever again because you're
okay.
Just
I
not
literally
fun
don't
and
understand.
You're a rule turd. Cool. Everyone loves playing with you for sure.
Yeah.
All right, now we're on to the.
Fun at
this
parties.
is cool. This is probably one of our first podcasts recently that we've both had something to talk about. And Sajko, I imagine it's your turn. I imagine you have something to bring up. Obviously, because we were both somewhere. But if you have anything else, by all means.
I mean, no straight up discussion topic because I feel like it's been 2 weeks at this point, so I figured it'd be so easy to come up with stuff. But going based off of that, did you guys see Joe's double ace that he had at Scrapyard?
Bro.
So the second shot isn't an ace, so it's not really a double ace.
If no one has seen this,
it was only a single
back
ace.
To back. Yeah,
you should have gone to the next hole to ace 2 in a row.
Oh, that's incredible! I could hug you boys right now if I could.
It was actually ace and then a throw in. So if you not a double ace.
No, you're right. If you guys haven't seen that, please go to Another Round or Brian Earhart's Instagram and check it out because it is probably the most insane thing that I've been a part of and like seen in person. That's one of those first shot ones there, brother, and second shot.
And people are gonna discredit Joe and thinking like whatever that's easy, but like it's hard to do that on 100-foot hole. Like it's like pretty much impossible. It's hard to do that on a 60-foot putt. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
To do that on like however long it was, like a legit hole like that you couldn't just throw straight at, that had to skip. Insane. That is just like an all-time just like dream, just like back to back, like actually doing it twice or it's luck on a hole.
Yeah. We when we went to USDGC after that, we saw Simon because we were coming up to hole 3 to play it, and Simon was like, "I saw your ace" to Joe, and he was like, "Simon, I guess has never hit a double ace, ever,
because it's so hard."
He's like he's never done that.
I don't think people understand the cosmic odds of that actually happening. Like, I could not do that on a 100-foot hole if I tried, and if I did, it would maybe take me a long time. But if you go push it to a 150-foot hole, probably not gonna happen ever. I would literally it would have to be months of me getting no sleep and just doing it, or even years. Like, I don't know. That's how like insane it is.
Yeah. He's a machine, man. He makes it look way too easy. Like, if you watch stuff online, or like if you watch him play and you're like, is he just posting all the best parts? Like, sure, occasionally to a certain degree because that's like the nature of social media. But he's so automatic that it almost makes me mad. Like, he's so unbelievably good. Like, I genuinely believe, like, I believe if he started at a younger age,
he has that like
he could have gone pro.
He has that. He has that finesse.
He's
like
he's so dialed on.
He's not really throwing the disc. He's kind of like loving the disc. No, I don't know. Like it's like he's like finessing it. It's hard to explain. He's not. He's like letting it go in at a certain time, or just like he's. I I can't explain it, but the way he throws it, he's very just like not technique, but I don't know what I'm saying. He's. Do you understand what I'm saying? Where it's like he's good. Touch, I guess.
Yes. I think he doesn't have to try too hard.
He's got that touch.
He hits his angles. He knows exactly how to correct based off of something that he just did, and it's very impressive that he can do that. But Ben and I did actually get to see each other this past week, which was nice. And so obviously USDGC happened, but there was one point where we met up because Joe and Gannon did a video together, founders only. And there was a moment during that Ben and I were next to each other recording, and I was like, did you think us starting this podcast like a year and a half ago, like we would get jobs in disc golf and both jobs would bring us together in Charlotte or like Rock Hill area? I mean, like we're friends, but we were legitimately there just because of work. Like, dude, both employers.
The funniest part to me was like, you were in Connecticut 4 minutes away, and there's been multiple times where you've like played Maple Hill like 10 minutes for me, and I haven't seen you since my wedding, and the ex-wife probably saw you twice this year, and it was just so funny to me that the third time I see you is in Rock Hill in Charlotte. Like what? That's just like insane. It's just like that's just so cool. Basically, I'm saying that's so cool that like, you know, we all our lives live 40 minutes apart, and like sometimes you're 10 minutes away from me, but then we had a reason to come together in Charlotte that we didn't plan. That wasn't like, hey, like I'm here, let's go hang out. It was like something we would have done together regardless. So I don't know. I thought that was pretty cool. That just like kind of just like crazy how that all works out. But it was cool, and we were both filming, doing the same job, and for our people. So I was doing it for Gannon, and you were there for Joe, and yeah, I don't know, pretty cool.
And then stayed up late to get a custom founder stamp, Kiara and I. So something that we promised in that video was that we were going to have custom founders that people could buy off of another round, and then we were like, should we actually do that? Because we have to like contact someone to actually have this stamp made. And then it's like 10 p.m. and we're like, we need to make this happen.
Because I was like, Sajko, am I putting
this strike while the iron is hot?
Am I editing this in? Am I saying like, because Joe mentioned it, we have founders available right now. I was like, am I putting this in, Sajko? And he's like, I'm not sure. And then
10 p.m. I'm like, we're making this friggin' thing. Kiara and I just stayed up until like 1:30 a.m. getting this thing done. Joe had this thing planned out apparently about what he wanted on the stamp. Pretty much towards the end of the video, I just see Joe. This is a man I've only ever seen standing, throwing a disc, or sitting in a chair. You know, I see this dude getting down on his hands and knees, and I was like, what's happening right now?
I lost it.
Ben thought it was so earnest and genuine. He started crying and rolling on the ground. Because I was like, is this man okay? Is he having a stroke? And he wanted Gannon to like put his leg up on his back because, spoiler alert, Gannon ended up beating Joe. Gannon ended up beating Joe in this, but it was close. So I use this picture and we trace it, and it's the most like,
oh my god!
I feel like we did a good job, but the idea behind it is so it's so easy to make fun of the stamp
in the video.
But this is why it's the funniest thing ever. Because Sajko's like looking over there, like, you know, just like chilling. And unprompted, Joe gets down on all fours. And Sajko looks over and goes, what is happening right now? I lost it. Because Sajko just sees his boss getting down on all fours, just sitting there like a dog for no reason, with no context. And that's why I thought it was the funniest thing ever. Because Sajko was genuinely had like fear and confusion in his eyes. He was like, what is going on right now? It was the funniest thing. Oh, but then yeah, it was
So
for the
stupid.
for the stand, but just like to see Joe, that's why I was playing it as if I was Sacco, because I knew what was going on. I was in my head, I was thinking how confused Sacco must have been to see his boss just literally go into the cat cow position for no reason out of left field.
Yeah, because Joe's a big dog. Seeing him down like that, I'm like, that's catastrophic. He so I guess we'll just end up spoiling parts of this, but if anyone saw this on Instagram, Joe somehow near aces hole 17 with a founder. I mean, that should not be possible. For anyone that doesn't know the disc, because I think it's still, oddly, Discmania hasn't really pushed that disc like
they shouldn't
super
push
well,
it.
in my opinion.
Yeah, it's like I think it might be their
It's the
Rolo
flippiest
type
disc
thing
I've
that they're
ever
trying
thrown
to
in
do.
my
I don't know.
entire life.
Yeah,
It's
Rolo,
not a
Flippier?
Rolo. It's
Rolo
Rolo on
SS.
steroids, dude.
Flippier.
Flippier.
Like significantly.
Wow.
Like
So it's
probably
probably
2 ticks. 2 ticks flippier.
It's ridiculous.
I have a video on my Instagram of me throwing one, and it's crazy.
Just the most. Joe always says this, where discs are split up into 2 categories: tools and toys. And
It's a
founder is
toy.
for sure a toy, but in like the most playful, fun way imaginable
It's fun.
for disc
It's
golf.
fun. It's a good disc. Like it's enjoyable. I have it in my bag because I just like, well, because I make content. But like if I
Yeah.
didn't make content and I was trying to play for fun, like it's just,
Yeah,
or if I was trying to play competitively, no, it's not usable.
Hey,
It's not a
Gannon
usable
has one in the
disc.
bag, I'm pretty sure. Ben, you can correct me, but he did
It's not-
definitely have one. He had, his
like
function?
not
I could
in
have
his
swore there was also.
in his tournament bag, but the function is
Anyways,
the one
you
he
know
better than
actually
me.
actively bags, which is his flippy fantasy. But yeah, I used to do that. I used to bag a DX Wolf just in my side pocket just for fun. I got to get back to that. That was fun.
Incredible.
That's crazy.
Yeah, Ben, do you have any big takeaways from being at this major this year, or like how it differed from last year? Well, obviously you were down for the sake of Gannon this year as opposed to last year. I think you came down kind of to learn like the ins and outs.
Jonathan
of,
Poole and Chad Solomon just basically
like,
just hit
the
me up because they
event.
went to the expo first time. They're like, "Hey, we'd love to have you just like part of our event, see what's going on." So last year, this year was for Gannon, and yeah, no, it was still super cool. Obviously, cool to see you. Got to do a bunch of cool stuff. Schleyabach's birthday, go out to dinner. Got invited to like this really cool dinner and stuff like that. Just hanging out. It's like UCGC is always just like a special week because it's like pretty much the last hurrah for everyone. Everyone's wanting to do something and go out and hang out. And honestly, it was really cool. It was probably like one of the bigger events where like people were like coming up to me and saying like, "Oh, big fan," or taking pictures of me. Like that was also really cool. Just like see that, and even like the coolest part was like the youth, like this kid Trevor and Blade, them just like talking to me their story, and just like I saw a kid with a Jay Millie hat that said hi to me, just like stuff like that, like where that's like it's just the coolest thing. Like I don't think we realize sometimes kind of the impact we have on the youth, and I think that really made me realize like oh my goodness, I'm so fortunate for what I do, because like to some of these kids, like we're like, no, I don't know what the term is, but we're something, role models, whatever. Yeah,
there's a level of presence in the scene that someone sees.
That was really
and is
cool.
like,
I
I know who that person is.
Not a bunch, but like I don't know, 5 to 10. We're just saying, "Yo, Ben Kenny, what up?" Like, so that was probably the coolest thing for me, along with everything. Is just like that experience. Like it was just kind of like a special place.
Yeah. Mine was going to Texas Roadhouse every
Wait, did you see
night
him
and seeing
again?
Gannon there.
Multiple? You saw him multiple times?
Yeah, we did. Yeah, we saw him
That's where
I
he
think
goes.
2 or 3 times, and it's
Yep,
hilarious.
that's
to
where
see
he
him. It's
goes
like, oh, there's
every time.
Gannon again. Oh, that's where Joe goes. Joe lives off of 4 restaurants, and that's an exaggeration.
Chick-fil-A
but
is one of them.
almost very close to not being one.
That's so weird because Texas
The
Roadhouse is
rolls,
not that good.
I think that's part of it.
Their
Dude,
rolls
Gannon
are
House
really
is
good.
It's fine.
a full basket before he gets his meal. Like, he houses 6 rolls with butter. I'm not even kidding you. We probably go through 12 butters and 5 rolls. 5 like trays.
That makes sense. Like, I would go to Texas Roadhouse just for the rolls and the butter.
Yeah,
but their
mid.
food is not good.
Yeah, it's a
I
6
think
or
it's
7.
It's nothing crazy. I don't even know the rolls are 10.
It's like it's not. Okay, I guess it's mid. It's mid. I was gonna say it's hinging on bad.
Well,
but it's mid. It's just not very good. But the rolls definitely give it that tick. That's like, okay,
and it's just
I kind of understand why you go there.
It's just like expensive. It's like $32 per person for me, and I get it. It's steak.
What are you getting there?
Yeah, are you getting the top
nicest
cut
thing?
of beef?
What?
I think I spent $12 last time.
This is my order, and I have to tip. By the way,
yeah,
well, we all do, but this is why 32 is included tip. 12-ounce sirloin, which is like 21, 22 already right there. I normally get like a blue lemonade because it tastes so good, and yeah, literally, I am.
Blue 40
it tastes
maxing.
way too good, bro. It's like, yo, when I go to Texas Roadhouse, I probably eat like 5 times my daily sugar intake because of the rolls and the butter and that lemon. I don't really know, but yeah, by the end of it, by the time the steak comes out, I am full. But then I get chili as a side, Caesar salad as a side, which come with it, and then sometimes I'll get like onions and mushrooms on top of the steak, which is like another $3. But even without it's like still.
That's why it's $32.
No, but
bro. You
without
just told me the
just
menu.
the 12-ounce sirloin's like 21, 22. Add that Blue Crush, 25, and then the tip is like,
Yeah, I guess that makes sense. I guess I'm not. I have a hot take. I'm not a big steak guy. Like, I've really never had a steak that's knocked my socks off. So like when I go to these places, I get a steak, but I'm not like. There's no steak. I'm like, oh, I have to get that steak, So I just get the cheap one.
But how are you getting?
That's unreal. That's unreal. That might be one of my favorite foods.
Sorry. How are you getting it for only $12? Or I'm guessing that was an exaggeration, hyperbole, but
I'm sure it was a hyperbole because
it was probably like 23, 24.
So I can't be like, oh, it was $12. But I remember.
Really?
No, it was definitely sub 20. Whatever I got when I went, I also don't get
but the
like
steak
a drink
is a
or
minimum
anything.
20 unless you're getting like a little chicken tendies.
I'm not a blue lemonade guy.
Little fillet.
Well, what are the options for the ounces? I think I only need like an 8-ounce or something. Is that a thing?
Dude, this Texas Roadhouse conversation
all he needs is an 8-ounce.
Needs to stop immediately.
Every time I've gone to Texas Roadhouse, I've gotten 2 meals out of it because I can't even finish my food as well.
I'm the opposite, bro. I could eat a horse. True,
because of the rolls.
The rolls do
have 80 rolls. So okay, we can move on. This is not a Texas Roadhouse podcast. This is a disc golf podcast.
Never.
We might get more listeners if we did that. Honestly,
Ben nearly aced hole 17 on his first throw in the hole. Ever.
Yes.
But didn't you hit band?
This dude hit band. He made it look
on
very
video,
easy.
Right?
It was incredibly windy. Yes, it was video.
I could.
Yeah, built different.
I think I might be a little delayed for some reason, so I'm not intentionally trying to.
Go ahead, Ben.
Interrupt you guys. I think I might be like a second or two delayed. I don't know why, because my Wi-Fi is fine.
You're good.
But what I was gonna say is, like, I was hoping you're recording because I felt the magic, and that's why I said I've never played this hole before, and I was just feeling it. And first shot, band, that was pretty cool. And I was stoked to see. I called Sajko. He posted on another round that night. I was like, Sajko, thank you. You made my day. Thank you for posting that. That was sick.
I know he was so sweet and heartfelt, and I was like, bro, it's.
I was like, I needed this, man.
Yeah, it's my pleasure. Yeah, you did something.
Either
you did something
guys
cool.
Yes.
Play the course like straight up?
Yup.
Plus 10 probably.
What'd you guys shoot?
11, 12. 10, 11, 12.
I didn't play it singles. Joe and I played one. Well, Joe played an entire round, and that was like a YouTube video that we did with Austin. And if you haven't seen that, go check it out because it came out very very good.
Yeah, he did great.
Joe and I on Monday ended up playing doubles there. It was even more windy on that Monday than it was during the tournament that it was windy. And imagine all the people
Jeez.
that were in the crowd that were watching the tournament. Imagine they were all actually playing the course. I mean, it was
Yeah,
mayhem. It was
I'm
absolutely
I'm
crazy.
not surprised.
Through 9 holes, we ended up shooting 2 down, which is not great. Not great. But it was with
Yeah, I
discs
feel like that's not bad
that
at all.
we
That's not
um
bad.
But it's also USDGC with a
between
bunch of
two
OB
of
that you
us.
guys could easily go OB at the same time, multiple times.
Joe was trying to go. He was trying to go for birdie on hole 5. I was like,
You guys would
"There's
have
no way, brother.
Yeah, that's so funny.
What are you talking
It's deceptive
about?"
though. It looks like you can easily
What are you
get there.
talking
I had to
about?
get a full rim just to even like get there.
Yeah, it's so the premise of the video. I won't say who sent us discs, but it was us essentially trying to learn discs that we've never thrown before on pretty much the hardest course in the area. So that's what the premise of the video is going to be. So keep an eye out for that. But lots of
It's your life.
lots of YouTube. This is pretty much the
Well, I was about to
busiest time
say-
of year for another
I like.
round.
You
It's
must
like
be
USDGC.
exhausted from this past week, Sajko. Like you probably worked like 80 hours if I were to guess, just from because you're out there
Yeah.
filming and then editing every day.
Yeah, tomorrow is my first day off. I have not gotten a day off in
Sheesh.
10 days, 9 days, something like that. So I am thankful for
Yeah.
that. But it's all good. It was something that was very enjoyable. But then you look back and you're like, I haven't even gotten a day to do laundry. Like I just basic essentials that I need to get done. It's yeah, Thursday was an absolute blur because I was trying to get that video up of Austin and Joe before it's like, hey, now it's too late. No one cares about USDGC anymore. So it came out at a perfect time. I mean, that was before there was any post-produced coverage. So we're like, this needs to come out right now. And thankfully it worked out because it's
Sweet.
the most
That's
viewed video
awesome.
that we've had in a very long
That's
time.
the whole thing with disc golf. You gotta
Yeah.
be right on the pulse. Like Ricky and Gannon pretty much won't like record practice rounds like Tuesday or Wednesday. Like they'll record it Tuesday, but like they won't record it Wednesday because there's no point because it'll already be the tournament already and no one will watch it.
Yeah, right. It's been great. Yeah, it's obviously been a lot, but we will.
Sorry, I had to take my
I
asthma
just
pump
disappeared.
off air. I didn't want to distract
Yeah.
anyone. I was laughing too hard
Okay.
from the joke.
Too late,
thing that I got
distracted
asked.
now.
Yeah, it was
That's
incredible.
hilarious.
But yeah, just continue. Like I was, like I was starting to say, it's like USDGC going into Black Friday is definitely the most busy time of year for another round, and I would imagine for a lot of other brands like Foundation or someone. And it's just like ride the momentum that we built up like with this event, and just like I did a video. We did 3 YouTube
Wow.
videos today with Austin, and Austin and I think are starting a new segment, and we just posted the first one tonight. Tonight for listeners being Tuesday and whatever, whenever you're listening to this, we're gonna start doing so. We have a bunch of, if anyone knows what the Discraft Impact is, it's a disc that it's a 6-speed. I think it's like 6.5 -3.1, and just like a super old mold, and it's pretty much like a buzz, like a faster buzz type of disc, but no one really, Discraft isn't pushing it. They'll do special runs of it occasionally. I think like Ledgestone just did one like 2 seasons ago.
Fun fact, it was one
Wow.
of the first discs I ever bought.
No way. That's such an obscure disc to go for.
No, it was fun factor. It was before I bought Jimothy.
Do you still have it?
Yeah, I do. So
That's
technically, I consider Jimothy my first disc because, sorry, side tangent as quick as possible. I consider Jimothy my first ever disc because that was the first disc I bought when I was into disc golf. I bought an Impact 3-4 years prior when me and my friends went and played disc golf at a course, and we were like, oh, let's go play disc golf today. So we stopped at a used disc store and I bought a used Impact for $2 or something like that, and then I just held on to it.
Yeah, you gotta get that frame.
Technically,
I have
first
my
disc
OG
ever, but I
DX Leopard
consider
from. I wish I
Jimothy
had
my
my other
first.
two things. I lost them, but I have my OG DX Leopard for my first ever Star set.
Yeah, somehow I'm the
Oh,
I
goat
got
at
my
holding
first
on to
disc right
my
here. Give me 1 second.
discs. Oh,
dude, I lost
it's gonna be
the
like a
first ever disc
Mega
I bought,
Glow Power Up
not
Luna.
a starter pack, and I had it when I started playing disc golf in 2021, like again, and for some reason I threw it, and it's in the water, and I regret it. I regret ever throwing that. Because I'm like, bro, it's like that's
Great
such a
job.
good memory to have, and I just chucked into water the first disc that I bought. Do you have the first
Yeah,
disc?
we've completely derailed
It
at this
goes like
point,
that sometimes.
which is fine.
Sorry,
Um,
that's my fault.
this is not the first disc that I ever bought, but this was the one of the first ones, and it was the first
Wow.
ace I ever had. This retro compass.
Where'd you ace?
Just
Whoa.
beat to smithereens, and it was hole 9 at Lisbon Meadows.
Where's
It's like
that?
180 feet or something like that. So this
Okay.
was when I was Lisbon, Connecticut, for 3 people listening that might recognize that. So this was funny enough. So I was still working my day job very early on in my me playing disc golf. There's a massive storm coming in, but it was a time where I'm like, I need to play disc golf as often as I can. Like one of the biggest storms that we have had in recent memory coming in, and I'm like, yeah, I'll get home after. Like the sky is unbelievably dark, and it's not even nighttime. Wind is picking up, and I managed to ace with this, and I still have the picture on my phone of me being like, yo, my first ace, like next to the basket. Then me proceeding to sprint to the car
Dang,
because
so
trees
perfect
are
timing.
literally falling around me.
Oh my
And
gosh.
a drive that usually takes 10 minutes for me to get home. I lived with my parents at the time. Took me at least a half hour, maybe more, because like there was just, every single road was blocked. Like there was a tree down, and I just had to keep driving around. But it was worth it for the retro Latitude 64
Bro,
compass.
you
ace.
sound
Never
just like
forget.
me. I
That's
literally
crazy.
sometimes throw my bag in pitch darkness just because I want to keep playing, and I regret it every single time, because I don't find any of my discs, but I for some reason
Yeah, it doesn't
gaslight
feel
myself into thinking that I will. Meaning like when you want to play disc, like you're so delusional you want to play disc golf that you'll like do it like at all costs. There's a tornado coming, but like it's like according to Google, it's actually going west, so it probably won't hit me. I probably have 3 more holes.
Yeah, car is getting picked up as you speak. But going back, yeah, so we have some of these leftover impacts from the tournament that we ran, the Carolina Clash. So I was like, what can we do with these? So I kind of wanted to do this series, or now it's going to be a series, where we just like beat up a disc and just see like, hey, this is how it flies beforehand. Now let's utterly annihilate this thing and see if we can birdie with it, and just like how it flies. And it's like multifaceted. And then we come up with like, can the impact withstand the impact? So we just beat the snot out of it and just try to birdie with it. And we're gonna do that, I think, with like other molds moving forward. Like, can the force, like basically playing on those words as well, like handle the force and stuff like that, just like getting wrecked. Or there's so many discs that I think we can do this with. So if people enjoy it, I haven't seen how it's doing, but I feel like people are just gonna like something different. Like maybe someone will be like, you're beating up a perfectly good disc, and it's, well, donate to Trash Panda or something like that.
You could do can the
fine.
buzz with
There will
the
be a home
buzz
for
and
it.
just have a bunch of bees.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say, can I something with the buzz and being buzzed or something like that, where you're just 5 beers deep.
On the buzz. That'd be a good April 1st. Can the buzz get buzzed?
Yeah. It's lots of cool things that we'll keep working on, all that jam. And I don't know, anything else that you guys want to touch on at this point in the episode? We're an hour in.
That was a good ep.
Yeah, that was great. It was very nice being able to catch up with you guys, and even just catch up with all the people that I saw at USDGC. Like, that truly is the best part, is being able to see all these people that we interact with online. And then you finally see them in person, and you're like, oh yeah, this is why I do everything. Like, these people are real. And it's like, no, duh, obviously. But then, as humans, we crave actual interaction, and we try our best to get it through a screen, but it is never quite the same. So thank you is the point. Yeah, I guess until next time, guys. Maybe in 2 weeks, maybe next week. No idea.
2 weeks. 2 weeks.
We keep it interesting here at Funsie. But until next time, 2 weeks. All right. Yep. Peace out, guys.
Oh,
Peace.
bye.
Funsie.